Today, friends, I have great pride in announcing that Jio has designed and developed a complete 5G solution from scratch. This will enable us to launch a world-class 5G service in India using 100% homegrown technology and solution. This made in India 5G solution will be ready for trials as soon as 5G spectrum is available and can be ready for field deployment next year. And because of Jio's converged all-IP network architecture, we can easily upgrade our 4G network to 5G. Once Jio's 5G solution is proven at India scale, Jio platforms would be well positioned to be an exporter of 5G solutions to other telecom operators globally as a complete managed service. I dedicate Jio's 5G solution to our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi's highly motivating vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. On this occasion, we have with us a special guest, the CEO of Google, and a proud Indian icon, Sundar Pichai.
Thanks, Mukesh, and to the entire team at Reliance Industries for all the work you do to give millions of Indians the power to shape their destiny through technology. And thank you for the opportunity to share a few words about what our new partnership means to Google. Getting technology into the hands of more people is a big part of Google's mission to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Through this partnership with Jio Platforms, we see the chance to have an even greater impact than either company could have alone. This partnership is a key part of Google's next chapter of investment in India. Earlier this week, we announced our Google for India Digitization Fund, an effort to invest 75,000 crore rupees, or approximately $10 billion, to accelerate India's digital economy for the next 5 to 7 years. Our investment of $4.5 billion in Jio is the first and the biggest investment we will make through this fund. I'm excited that our joint collaboration will focus on increasing access for hundreds of millions of Indians who don't currently own a smartphone, while improving the mobile experience for all. Growing up, I remember how the arrival of each new technology improved the lives of my family. Today, people in India no longer have to wait for technology to come to you. A whole new generation of technologies are happening here first. At the same time, smartphones and affordable data have made it possible for 1 billion Indians to come online. Reliance, and Jio in particular, deserves a good deal of credit for this progress. I've never been more hopeful about India's future. It's a future we can help shape by partnering together. Thank you for having me. I wish you strength and good health in the months to come.
Imagine being able to wirelessly download a 2-hour movie in just 4 seconds. Soon, the ability to do this could be in the hands of everyone thanks to 5G. You may have heard about 5G in the news, and for good reason. Right now, the major companies and countries of the world are literally racing to develop the technology first. But they're not doing this just for faster movie downloads. They're doing it because 5G could be one of the most profitable technologies ever developed. Let's talk about what makes this technology so powerful and how it could completely reshape our world. To understand the power of 5G, you need to know a little bit about something called the Internet of Things. It's a strange name, but the Internet of Things is an incredibly ambitious idea for society. Imagine a world where everything, mobile devices, computers, cars, buildings, cameras, everything, all communicate wirelessly with each other and with minimal latency. These smart objects would be able to communicate with each other and to perform tasks for owners, or even entire groups of people. In short, the Internet of Things is the framework for the smart cities of science fiction. And with the help of 5G, they could make the transition from sci-fi to reality. 5G gets its name because it is the 5th generation wireless network, and it's been in development for over a decade. In recent years, breakthrough developments have been made that will make its wide implementation across entire cities possible. One of these breakthroughs was the increase in available IP addresses. Think about it. If an entire city, including buildings, billboards, cars, phones, and everything in between, is supposed to be wirelessly connected, you're talking about a lot of devices. Back in 2012, the number of usable IP addresses went from around 4 billion to 340 sextillion. Now that we've got the spaces, so to speak, we need great roads between them so that the devices can communicate quickly and without interruption. And this is where 5G gets really exciting. Latency is the delay between one device sending a signal and another device receiving it. 5G will dramatically reduce latency times, giving users and devices the ability to communicate nearly instantaneously. While this will be great for downloading videos and movies, it will also have massive implications for countless industries, including industries that are still in their infancy today. Take autonomous vehicles, for example. With the improved communication abilities granted by 5G technology, autonomous vehicles will be able to communicate with other vehicles, but that's not all. They'll also be able to communicate with smart roads and smart infrastructure around them. Back in March of 2018, a Chinese company called Baidu was able to perform China's first successful autonomous driving road test that was based on 5G network technologies, and plans to expand these tests and technologies to buses and other forms of public transportation. 5G technology will find its way into nearly every aspect of our lives. When we go see a doctor, we may not be going anywhere at all. We'll be able to communicate with and be diagnosed by our doctors remotely, and doctors may even perform surgeries by remotely using tools that are wirelessly connected and in communication through 5G networks. In fact, in China, one surgeon has already performed a 5G-powered brain surgery. He was able to perform surgery on a patient who was 3,000 kilometers away using robots that experienced no latency or lag. Simply put, 5G will reshape nearly every single industry of the world. Because of this, whoever is able to perfect the technology first will experience massive economic growth. So, it should come as no surprise that major companies and even major countries are in an extremely competitive race to master this technology and be the first to the wallets of customers. Companies like AT&T and Verizon have been battling it out in the United States, while Huawei, a Chinese company, claims to be months ahead of everyone else in the development of 5G technology. As these companies compete, national governments are keeping their eye on the race in hopes of being the first country to implement this new technology into the infrastructure of their cities and capitalize on the economic advantage it's sure to bring. Regardless of who develops it first, one thing is for sure: 5G will change the world as we know it. Before long, we could be living in a world we've only dreamed about up to this point, as the lines between science fiction and reality are becoming more blurred every day.